Well, first, I want to congratulate Knicks on a great season. I think pound for pound, there's no better coach in this league than Tibbs. And what he got out of that team was amazing. And so the competitive level in this series was through the roof. We played a great game tonight. But whatever we threw at them, they kept coming. They kept coming. The crowd was unbelievable. And, I just told our team, when you win a Game 7 in Madison Square Garden, you've made history. It's very, very difficult to do. This is the most raucous crowd in the NBA that I've seen. And we're going to Boston, and, Boston's up there too. But boy, today this was really, really, really loud. So congrats to our guys. They won this game and really won the series with just a lot of competitive class. They really supported one another. Things get very difficult. Our guys stuck together. We're not all perfect players or perfect coaches, but this group really, when things get tough, got tough today, they just problem solved their way through it and really kept the energy from within. So I'm really happy for them. The second one, there's just, this building has an energy that you must be mindful of and you must respect. I've seen too many wild things happen here over the years. But our guys got a very good taste of it in games 1 and 2, and then a really good taste of it in Game 5. And today we were prepared.
In the third quarter, they made the push at the 7.
So it was very loud, and it was clear that some move needed to be made. And so it was going to be him and Obi. He went in first. Obi went in a minute later, and he's a guy that can change the course of a game, just like that. He made a couple of plays. He had a big steal at one point, and then he got some very difficult shots in the basket. And he just had a defiant attitude toward this game tonight. And so did our team. It was defiant, but it was classy, and it was all about sticking together and finding a way.
Game 1, Tyrese had struggled, said you'll see a different me next game. He showed it. In Game 5. What have you seen of him in terms of his ability to kind of find a new way or battle through it or change up as he goes?
Well, Tyrese Haliburton is a great basketball player. He's a great point guard. If we need him to score 30, he can find a way to score 30. His job is to run the team. That's why he led the league in assists. Too much is made of his point totals from game to game. I always kind of push back on that because, if he has one big challenge, it's the balance of the ability to score and running the team. And when you have a guy that not only is a great passer, but gives his teammates great confidence when he passes the ball, it's important the right balance is struck. And I thought today he knew that we needed some special shot making. I mean, there were shades of Reggie Miller, running around in that first quarter. The play where he ran from all the way side to side and made the 3 right in front of our bench. And that was a huge play. I mean, that put us up 12 or 14. And those kinds of shots in those moments give a team confidence.
Dustin, go ahead.
Andrew and Aaron were combined 16 of 18. This one, obviously, they do a lot of other stuff outside of scoring.
Yeah, look, I know we shot well, but we beat them on the boards, and at halftime we had one more loose ball than they did. So, this team was very, very much maligned for its defense early in the year, and they have flipped the script. I mean, they won this series with grit and guts and physical play, and compressing 94 feet, and that's how we beat Milwaukee too. And so, you got to give these guys a lot of credit for, not a total change, but a very significant change in the attitude toward defense, the defiance about the importance of defense, and what they did today. And look, I don't want to make things about shot making. I mean, if you're right and you're defending the right way and your heart's in the right place, you're gonna make shots.
Couple more.
I want to ask you, I'm sorry, kind of like
I'm
that.
having fun here.
So we're not worried about the flight today?
And by the way, I do want to thank Mike Preston, our VP of PR, and Chrissy Myers especially. They really helped our players during these two series learn about how to work with you people, and to avoid some of the pitfalls. And I want to just personally thank you guys for that. And our medical staff does a great job, and I want to just point out those guys as well. We work very closely with them all year long, and there's a lot of great medical staffs in the league, but I really want to thank Josh Corbill, Carl Eaton, Patrick Gilbert, Iyami Sato. They do a great job.
Sort of let's see it in the playoffs. The game's going to be different.
Well, we're the uninvited guest, so here we are. Okay.
Speaking to that, just what do you think of your guys' pace in the half court? Felt like there was a real focus and emphasis on
When we were getting stops, rebounds, and or loose balls, our pace is very, very good. When they're charging in there over our backs and coming up with balls, the crowd gets into it, and it's a.
Your defensive change kind of coincided with the run in the in-season tournament. I just wonder how did that improvement kind of manifest itself through the rest of the regular season into the playoffs as you saw defensively?
Well, after the in-season tournament, we just made a decision as a staff that we needed to be better. There was a huge shift. The day after Christmas, we played at Houston. We started two of our better, more physical defenders. And, we had Jalen Smith starting at the 4 along with Myles. We inserted Andrew Nembhard into the lineup. And, I just told our guys, we are going to make a stand and we're going to get better. We're just we were on a historic pace offensively, but to get where we are at this moment and where we want to get in the, in this next round and in the future, what we were doing offensively was not sustainable. It just simply was not, and not if you can't consistently guard and rebound. So a lot of credit to our guys. The trade for Pascal helped us. He rebounds the ball. He's another playmaker. Ty had to make some pretty significant adjustments when Pascal came on board because, there weren't 20 some shots a game. There were now 16 or 18 or whatever it was. And so, everybody has to give and everybody has to take, to make a team successful. But, we had some good fortune to get to this moment, but our guys did the work to put us in a position to be here. And just again, I just want to compliment our guys on the level of class that they have shown throughout the playoffs. And, I know our fans in Indiana are very proud of them.
Make any quick thoughts on just looking at it since Boston and the challenge?
No, I don't have any.
You mentioned arriving with kind of the right attitude, something you can't prepare for the fact that you're in Game 7. How did your guys strike that right tone just at the right time?
Well, you just have to go through it. And I knew today would be wilder than Game 5. Game 5 was the wildest thing any of our guys have ever seen. I was in the Boston Garden many games deep into the playoffs, finals games. I've seen wilder, but not much. But you get into Game 7, it's just another species, of animal. And these fans are just unbelievable. They were just like single-handedly, all 19,000 of them, trying to will the Knicks back into the game in the third quarter. And, and our guys held the line. They were defiant about holding the line, and we found a way to to go ahead and win the third quarter, and then I think we won the fourth quarter as well.
Rick, you go to the finals. It's going to game 3 and 4 bookend the Indy 500. What kind of just talk about how great it is to be an Indiana sports fan right now?
Well, May in Indiana is very special because of the Indy 500. And when I was an assistant here in the 90s, Tibbs was an assistant with the Knicks. We played the Knicks a couple times, 2 of those 3 years, I think, in the conference finals in similar situations. And in the city of Indianapolis, there's nothing like the Racers and the Pacers when it's all going. And so, looking Boston, I'll just mention, they're a team that's, it's just have just set the pace for the entire league this year. And we have an idea of what we're getting into up there with their crowd and the level of talent they have. But this is a challenge that we've earned, and we're looking forward to it.
I think it's a testament, just to our coaching staff, just our offense, man. I think we have an historic offense, obviously, but this guy got things rolling, and everybody kind of just followed suit. And to do that on the road here in the Garden in the Game 7, obviously, it's phenomenal. But I think this is what we've been doing all season long, and we were able to show it on the big stage.
What was that fan saying to you throughout the first quarter, and how much did that help get you going throughout this game?
He was just talking before the game. He was just talking before the game. I mean, it seemed like whoever was sitting in that seat all series had something to say to me. So once I got going, I knew I was gonna have to pick somebody today to get me going, and it just happened to be him, and just got me going in the first quarter, and we just continued on. But I think that's the game within the game. That's the fun that is this environment. Me?
They picked him.
Yeah, they picked me.
They picked him. All series.
Myles, similar question after round 1, but this whole playoff run for you being with the franchise for so long, how sweet does it feel for you personally?
For me personally, I can sit here and say a lot of things. Obviously, it's been a long time coming. I'm just proud of this group, man, for real. It's one of the most special groups I've been around, and is the most special group I've been around just since I've been here. We all play for each other. There's no ego. And when you got guys that can score 15-plus points, 20-plus points every single night, 7, 8 guys, there can be a lot of ego involved with that. And we were able to nip that in the bud a lot earlier this season. And obviously having Pascal come here, midway through the season and adding his leadership and just, everything he's able to provide for our team offense and defensively has been huge. So I'm proud. I'm glad I was able to share with my family. My dad's from New York. He grew up on this series and this rivalry. So to have them embrace him after the game was everything. And, we're not done yet.
I mean, I wasn't going in with I'm gonna test him, but obviously it didn't look too healthy. It made some shots early, but yeah, I mean, I think that's I love OG, so I think just seeing him out there, obviously I was just making sure that he's okay first, and making sure that I know it's Game 7 and we want to give everything, but we got to be healthy, and I thought he didn't look healthy out there. It's unfortunate for him. He had a great season. Proud of him, and I just want him to, continue to get better, and he's gonna have an opportunity to, make a lot of money and do a lot of things for his family. So I just want him to be good.
Tyrese, you got the Reggie sweatshirt on there. Did you hear from him or any of the other Pacers through the course of the series? Any words of inspiration along the way?
Yeah, I mean, we text every day. I mean, this has just been a good mentor for me. But I mean, I'm just wearing a hoodie. I like to be comfy on the plane.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I honestly don't know. I got this hoodie 2 days ago, so appreciate whoever gave it to me. Got it to my house.
Tyrese, how important was it to score so much early to crowd out?
I mean, I wouldn't say it had anything to do with that. I just, I think when I play aggressive, and I just talked to you guys about this last game, and it seems to be the only thing that can be talked about by everybody after every game is just, for me, just aggression is not shots. It's just getting 2 feet in the paint. I know it's like an old school way of thinking, but the more that I can get downhill, it opens up everything for everybody else. So guys are making shots early, and I just, continue to get to the paint as much as I can off of these 2 guys' ball screens and get to the rim and kick out to these guys to make plays. So, I think for me, it's just feeling out the game, what's needed in that game. And I knew, today's Game 7, unload the clip, have no regrets, because I would hate to, be pissed all summer about not shooting the ball today. So, for me, it was just about coming out playing the right way.
can't be that way. How much has pace kind of meant to you guys in keeping and doing the things that you guys have done?
Do you think that we have slowed down a lot?
Not at all.
Okay. Well, I think that's the answer. I mean, I think that is just the old school way of thinking that you can't play this fast in the playoffs. But I think opportunistically you can do it, right? I think if we're able to get stops, of course we can. But there was games this series where we're giving up 15 offensive rebounds. You can't run when you're giving up so many offensive rebounds, taking the ball out every play. When you're getting enough stops that you can run and then you can take advantage when they do score, that's a whole different thing. But I think we're just I think slowly we're changing the way of thinking in the NBA that playoffs you have to play slow, and we're able to just continue to be who we are.
Tyrese came from the house. You guys had that run in the in-season tournament, and it seemed like that started you guys' path towards getting better defensively. And I know it wasn't fits and starts, but how important was it to make that run to see, hey, when we do get some stops, we can still play the way we want to play. We can still play at that pace.
I think the biggest thing was experience. We had a lot of guys who haven't played, high-level basketball or games that matter. In the in-season tournament, there was like a heightened sense of urgency in all those games. And, we know how we started the year defensively, but we all came together and we told ourselves, man, if we can just go from 30 to average, we can be, a hell of a team. And we all recommitted ourselves to that defensive end, and we're able to show it a bit, in that in-season tournament, and obviously a few games here in the playoffs as well. So I'm just glad that more than anything, our guys got experience.
Yeah, I think for me, just the attention to detail throughout that. I mean, especially like the championship game, I think about that game often, just because of the attention of detail. I'm seeing, championship guys and how locked in they were to the scout, and how they wanted to guard certain guys and where they wanted to attack and things like that. So I think the experience from just high-level basketball helps for anybody. So I think we're really thankful for that experience to play in those environments, because those were all pretty hectic games. But just trying to use those the right way. I mean, P's played, he's won a championship. Us guys have this is our first time in the Eastern Conference Finals. So I think that this mix of experience, inexperience, youth, and you're not old, but I mean he's been there. Sorry, he's been there. But I think it's a good mix, and it just keeps it fresh. Keeps it fresh.
When this season started, I can't remember exactly. You guys were projected maybe like lower playoff seed, maybe even playing whatever. When did you guys start to believe that this had potential to be something bigger? And obviously, Pascal and
Nashville.
Piece of that, but like, when did you start to feel like there was much more potential?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us as a group, obviously P wasn't here to start the year, but we knew our expectation was to get to the playoffs. We said that to our local media members all year. I mean, I know a lot of you guys didn't hear anything from us because it's not like we're covered early in the year, but I think that we just had that. Like we had preseason camp in Nashville, just players, no coaches, and that was what we communicated from the jump, that we expected to be here. This ain't a surprise for us. It's no fluke. We expect this from our group, and then once we added P, we knew that we could really take off. So it doesn't really matter what anybody thinks, except for the people in our travel party, 70, 80 people who come, because I don't think anybody here picked the Pacers to win the series,
They
but
didn't.
it happened.
I have picture proof.
Yeah.
Myles, Ty. Oh, you're good.
I said that. That was crazy.
Sorry.
That
I was thirsty.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
I was trying to be subtle.
Yeah.
That was not subtle.
It was not at all.
That was not subtle.
Like, what?
I'm sorry, did you guys see that? No, I didn't see it.
Myles, Ty, this time last year, you guys were at the track. Ty, you were running around the pace car. Now you're playing in the Eastern Conference Finals, and you're going to bookend the 500. How cool is it to have all of this happening for Indianapolis sports fans right now?
Yeah, Indy's going to be cracking. I ain't going to lie. That's going to be a crazy day to be in Indy, just especially because of the excitement of the Indy 500, and then to have our game cap off the day. That's really exciting for our city. There's a lot of exciting things going on in Indiana right now. So I think we're just excited to be a part of it, and I think us three are all part of the long-term future here in Indy, and I think we're all excited about that. So excited to continue to build excitement around our city, and just understand we're not done yet. We still got another series, possibly 2 to go, but it starts with Boston. And I think we're all excited for that challenge.
Aaron and Andrew were 16 and 18.
Wow.
What obviously those guys gave you a ton on the other end, and obviously did a lot in this one. Just how important was to have on top of what all you guys were doing, those kind of productions from those guys, and Andrew seemed like he got a shot a big one every time you guys were getting close.
Yeah, no, I think those guys, obviously, like the first thing is just just the way they work, like on defense for us, on every player, like that's the best player on any team. Like they always on them. Just the commitment that they have to playing defense, and I think the way we play, it just opens up things for them too offensively, and they gifted offensively as well. So to be able to see them do both, I love Drew, like just the way he plays the game, and he sacrificed everything just for the team. But he also has games, so he can play, he can do all that. Aaron, the same thing, like plays so hard on defense, but he's a great three-point shooter, and then he can put the ball on the floor and attack. So those guys were great for us, and they're a big part of what we do.
Did you guys hear any of the groaning? Like, what you wouldn't miss in that first half, the fans were sort of like, I've never heard that kind of sound before. Did you catch any of that?
I didn't necessarily hear it, but I felt it. When energy is everything. These type of environments, and there was like I think it was like a third quarter, it was like a pump up the crowd type of thing, and the volume was up and all type of stuff on the jumbotron, and I didn't hear a word. You can hear a pin drop, and that was a moment for me because to come into this environment, the Garden in a Game 7, and to be able to keep the fans out the game. I mean, that's unheard of.
My who? No, he didn't come. He had to go home. But he told me to meet me in Boston.
What was the difference ultimately between the two teams while you're moving on?
I mean, both teams were physical. I think that's the biggest thing. So going from the Milwaukee series, it really got us primed and ready for what the New York series is going to be. We knew before it started that it wasn't going to be a lot of X's and O's. It's about just going out there and get the job done. You know what I mean? Whether it was the offensive boards, 50-50 balls, or just, a possession game is what we called it. I think Game 5, they had like 29 or whatever it was, more shots than us, and, that was our downfall in that. So comparing the two series, I think offensively we still did what we needed to do, but I think it was a possession game, and, we were able to be primed for this series.
I want to say our depth too. Our depth, it's big. We got the best bench in the NBA.
Thanks.
So we're the deepest team in the NBA. We got 5-6 guys ready on the bench at all times, ready to answer the call when need be. I think that's what separates from everybody. We just big shout out to our bench that they really get our energy going.
All right, we're going to go Eric and then Angela, and then we have to wrap
I was just going to ask about TJ. Just how much does it mean to either play with him or tag him in when you go to the bench and keep the pace going?
Yeah, I mean, I think just his energy is amazing. Like, I think part of the exciting part when I got traded here was I knew that I was going to have the best backup point guard in the NBA behind me, So now for the last 2 years, being able to play off each other, when he does get in the game for me, or picking up the slack when I'm not playing right, or whatever the case may be, it's a lot of fun to play alongside of him. I mean, how can you not love playing alongside TJ McConnell? Just his energy, how hard he plays, he's unbelievable. So I think he just changes games for us, and yeah, he's the best backup point guard in the NBA.
Angela, last one.
Pascal, you've been to the finals before. What's your message to this whole team to get them ready to face Boston?
Just continue to do us. Like, I think at the end of the day, like, those games, like, it's high stakes games, and it's gonna be crazier as we go. But I think as long as we stay together, we have a great group of guys. Like Ty said, not experienced, older, younger. Thank you for calling me old, by the way. But like just the mix of all that, and I think that we can lean on each other, and I think they can lean on me for experience. I can lean on them, just continue to learn how to play with them, us continue to get better. But at the end of the day, like, we just got to go out there and play, like, and believe that it's possible. And that's all we have. And I always tell them, like, as long as we stay us, no matter what, like, we just stay us, like, we're going to be okay because, we have everything we need. So we just got to believe that and play as hard as we can.
Just play together, play as a team. We knew the task at hand, and we attacked it the right way.
When they made that run in the third quarter, you guys got some key stops on defense. I think you had a steal. TJ had a couple. You guys forced to 5 seconds that allowed you to kind of build the lead back up. How key was the defense in that stretch?
We knew they were going to make the run. We knew it was going to get loud in this building, and we hadn't responded well to that in previous games, so that was a big point of emphasis for us, and we responded the right way today.
What does it mean to you to be in the Eastern Conference Finals?
It's an honor. Like, I was just talking to MT, like, a lot of people are at home watching us right now. Like, it's something to be proud of, but, the job's not done yet.
And for you personally, what's it mean to get the chance to play Boston?
Don't do it. I got no words. I had no words. It's just, we're focused on the task ahead of us. But like I said, it'll be an honor.
I think we moved. I think we played together. I think we had a great energy in our group. We were just really together. We knew we had to be together in a loud arena like this. And we generated good shots with a lot of movement and good playmakers.
They make a run there at the start of the third quarter. The building starts to get loud. What allowed you guys to kind of stabilize and balance there?
Yeah, similar to what I said before, just coming more together and feeling free in that moment to make plays and not worry about the crowd and the momentum or whatever that is.
The defense, I think Aaron had a steal. TJ had a couple steals. You guys forced to 5 seconds there. How key was the defense and thwarting that run there?
Oh, the defense and the rebounding was the reason why we won the game. That was the reason why we won any game in this series. I think that was a big focal point that got us out and running, and that allowed us to get good shots on that side of the floor.
This team's always been so good all year when you had balance. All 5 starters and TJ in double figures. What's that say about just the depth of this team?
It says that we got solid depth and we moved the ball well and we got some guys that can make plays.
What's it mean to you to be in the Eastern Conference Finals?
It's exciting, man. Dream come true, and it's going to be a fun environment out there, too.
Congratulations.
Nah, everybody just came out and did what they had to do to get these wins. We didn't start the way we wanted to with the 2 losses here, but take it how we can, first to 4.
You guys shot the best field goal percentage by any team in the history of the NBA playoffs. What was so good about the offense today?
I think it was just a feel thing. Just came off a good game in Indy, and we was just desperate. Like, we knew what we had to do for Game 7 coming into this type of environment, and everybody did their job.
They come out the start of the third quarter hot, get within 6, the crowd gets loud. How are you guys able to weather that storm?
Our biggest thing is just staying together as a team. Like, we understand it's a game of runs. Teams are going to go on their runs, and being in an environment like this, like when they go on a run, it's going to get crazy in there. So everybody just had to stay together, come together in the huddles, and just be together. That's it.
How enjoyable was this for you personally to come back into this environment, to see this and come away with a win?
Yeah, it's definitely a great thing that we came out with the dub. But we're going to celebrate tonight and then keep it moving on the next days because we got 4 more that we got to win for the next series. So, yes, sir.
I mean, for you personally coming here.
I'm more excited about going to play 4 more games in the Eastern Conference Finals. So, I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad we won, huh? I'm glad we won today, though, for sure.
Did it seem like Tyrese was going back and forth with a couple of fans? Do you think he kind of just embraced that and loved?
Yeah, Tyrese does what he does. The fans helped him today, actually, talking to him. So he did what he had to do today and helped us get this win. So.
Coach was preaching about togetherness early on, before the game and during the huddles, and we just took that to our advantage and started moving the ball. And I feel like when everyone got involved, no one could stop us. So.
When they made that run in the third quarter, you guys really got some stops on defense, were able to thwart them. What allowed you guys to keep your composure during that stretch?
We've learned a lot, especially in this building throughout the series, about how they go on runs and all that type of stuff. But we stayed together, we kept our composure, and worked for the better. So.
After what happened the last time you were here in Game 5, what's it say about the composure of this team to come back and play the way you guys did the last 2 games?
It says a lot about our togetherness and how we mesh with each other and just keeping each other up, staying positive-minded, and doing little things that make the team win. So I'm very proud of what we did tonight. So.
The leadership of this team, Ty, Pascal, and Myles, what have they meant to this group?
A lot. They're super vocal. They're who we look up to when stuff starts hitting the fan, and they do a great job of showing their composure, and that just trickles down to all the other players. So super thankful to be able to take the court with these guys.
I know you're super close with TJ. What can you say about the way he's played off the bench in the playoffs?
He's played great. He's always talking about, did I play good? Did I play good? TJ, yes, you played good, dude. I don't know, his energy off the bench has been so good for us, and just happy for him.
For you as a rookie, what's it meant for you? What did it mean today to play in a Game 7?
It's crazy. I mean, I try not to think about it too much, but just taking it day by day. It's definitely cool.
What was the emotion, the reaction in the locker room after the win?
It was loud. Everyone's super excited to get moved to the next round. And, we got more work to do. So.